As everyone knows, we've re-entered lockdown in England, which means that climbing walls have closed again. This presents some real challenges for training for climbing. In particular, things like power training become really difficult at home because of a lack of facilities. I wanted to make a short video about what we could do at home with limited equipment to maintain our power, or maybe even improve our power output. So typically power will be trained on a bouldering wall, a woodie, or maybe a campus board. Unfortunately, not a lot of people are lucky enough to have those facilities at home. Maybe you've only got access to a pull-up bar and some weights. I think first of all, it's probably best to define what power actually is and why it's important for climbing. We think of power in climbing as our ability to generate a maximum amount of force in a short period of time. So you may think of a powerful move as a dynamic move between holds on a steep wall where we have to pull really, really hard, really, really quickly to get between those holds. The other kind of side of power is generating a high amount of force on a hold really quickly. And this is sometimes described as contact strength. So that's kind of slightly different to the sort of traditional definition maybe in climbing of power. So this video is going to be focused more on the pulling power, and I'll follow up with another video on contact strength, because how we can train those two things at home is maybe slightly different. Powerful moves are found on steep boulders or in like the crux section of a route. So it's not just boulderers who need to train power. Certainly route climbers need to have an element of power as well, or maybe less so. I actually find though that if you're unable to move powerfully, then you maybe climb less efficiently. And what I mean by that is if you can initiate a move powerfully, you can create some momentum, which means that you can move with that momentum. Yeah, use that momentum to do a move. The first element is strength. Okay, you've got to be strong. You've got to have a good a good base level of upper body strength. Okay, and strength training is the foundation of any power training in climbing. It's kind of beyond the scope of this video to talk about strength training for climbing. Okay, it's like a massive topic, which I'll definitely cover in the future. I would really like to look at how you can do some strength training at home with limited facilities. There's also lots of really good information online about it, so go out and do some research. Yeah, there's loads of strength training information out there. What I would say though is before undertaking the session that I'm going to describe in this video, I think it's probably worth being able to do like 5 bodyweight pull-ups. Okay, if you're not at the stage where you can't do 5 bodyweight pull-ups, then I would imagine that training power probably isn't for you. You would probably benefit more from building up to being able to do 5 bodyweight pull-ups. I posted about this method for training power on my Instagram story early this week. I don't know, I've lost all track of time already. And I had some really good comments from people, and it actually seems like a lot of people are already doing this or a form of this. But I kind of wanted to talk about it because it's really time efficient. It's really simple. It doesn't really use a lot of equipment either. Okay, so it's something that you can do really easily at home. And it's actually really easy to adjust and scale the exercise easily for your ability level. Okay, so it's not like hammering a campus board or climbing on a woodie where you've got to have a certain level of strength and a certain level of climbing ability before you would use those tools maybe. It's something that anyone can use as long as they can do a few pull-ups. The session that I'm going to talk about is kind of known as power pull-ups. Yeah. It's been a bit of a game changer for me actually. I've been using it in my own training for a few months now, and I've seen a massive improvement in my pulling power. Okay, I'm still working on translating that and incorporating some contact strength training, as I kind of mentioned earlier. But in terms of pure pulling power, I've really seen some gains from it. As I said as well, it's quite safe. So you can kind of do this session without worrying too much about injuring a finger, or if you have maybe got a few finger tweaks, niggles, whatnot, you can kind of still do this session, whereas you might not be able to climb on a woody, or you might not be able to do any steep bouldering. Essentially, you're going to do some pull-ups, okay, on a pull-up bar or the jug of a fingerboard, okay. The pull-ups are going to be explosive, okay, and the key is that the intent on the pull-up, yeah, on that part of the pull-up is maximal, okay. So you're trying as hard as you can on the first part of the pull-up, okay. The down part of the pull-up, that can just be normal, okay. But the up part of the pull-up, you've got to try as hard as you can, okay. Now we're not just going to do these at body weight normally, okay. Normally there's going to be some weight added for this exercise, okay. So the intensity needs to be at around about 70% of your 1 rep max. So 1 rep max with pull-ups essentially means the maximum amount of weight you can do 1 pull-up with, okay, and that's your body weight plus any additional weight. So to give you an example, and I'm going to look at the example that I've written down because I will mess the maths up otherwise. Let's imagine your body weight is 80 kilograms, and let's imagine your 1 rep max is an additional 50 kilograms, okay, so the total weight would be 130 kilograms. Okay, 70% of 130 kilograms is 91 kilograms. Okay, so if you have a body weight of 80 kilograms, you've got a total weight of 130 with your 1 rep max. You would need to add 11 kilos to achieve the total 70% weight of 91 kilos. Okay, so you're going to turn up. You're going to stand underneath your fingerboard or your pull-up bar or whatever it is that you've got at home. Maybe it's the branch of a tree, I don't know. With your harness on, and with this person, this example here would have 11 kilos ready to clip onto their harness. Okay, so you're going to do 3 to 5 reps, okay, with 11 kilos added to your body weight. So that's 3 to 5 pull-ups. Between each pull-up, I step off, okay? So I do my pull-up fast, remember, maximum intensity on the way up. I lower down, and then I step off, and I relax my arms briefly, okay? And I do another pull-up. And I come back down, and I relax my arms briefly, etc., okay? So I remove my hands from the bar briefly between pull-ups. So I do my 3 to 5 reps, and then I rest for 3 minutes, okay? So 3 minutes rest, and then I repeat that 5 times, okay? So I'll run through that again to summarize. We've got an intensity of 70% of 1 rep max. We're doing 3 to 5 reps, 3 minutes rest between sets, and we're doing 5 sets, okay? I find after this session, I really noticeably lack some snap in my arms, okay? And by that, I mean I can't, the following day, or maybe, you know, just after this session, I can't climb powerfully, okay? So I feel like I need normally 48 hours rest minimum between power sessions, okay? So this session would count as a power session. So, you know, let's say when climbing walls are reopened again, I might use this session, but I would leave it 48 hours before doing a woody session or before doing a campus session, yeah, to recover well enough so that I have that snap back, okay? Of course, there's other ways of improving your peak power, yeah, but this method, combined with some basic upper body strength training, is really simple and can be completed effectively at home with just a pull-up bar and some weights. I hope that's useful. Like I say, I certainly found this session useful. Look out for more videos from me as well on power training at home, strength training, and how to incorporate all of this into your training day and also into your wider training plan. Those things are for sure coming. Feel free to reach out to me if you've got any questions, any suggestions, or any feedback if anyone is doing something different, or if you've tried this session and if you have any comments on it. As I say as well, part 2 will follow with contact training. Cool, thanks very much. Look forward to chatting again soon.